Hi Spartans! Today we're going to be talking about getting started and getting your classes set up in Relay Classroom, which is your new Chromebook management software. So to start with, we need to access the website. And you can get to that through your school-specific shortcuts area in your bookmarks bar, or you can go to classroom.relay.school. There will also be a short link to this in each one of the Olympia school sites. So once you're here, you can go ahead and choose the Sign In with Google option, and then choose your district Google account. You're instantly going to be pulled into this classroom interface, and the first class in your list of classes is going to pull up automatically. So here you can see up in the upper left-hand corner, I have this Olympia 2019 course. Now all of these classes in Classroom Relay are coming from your Google Classroom courses. So when you make a new class in Google Classroom, in 24 hours, that class will appear in Relay Classroom. So the first thing you're going to be asked to do is set up a schedule for your class. So I've already done this once. If not, there will be a large screen here in the middle that will ask you to set up a schedule. And I can do that right now by going up here to View Schedule. I'm going to remove what I'd already set up and point out that there are two ways for you to do scheduling in Relay Classroom. You can do a custom class schedule, and you can also do an ad hoc schedule. We'll go over both of them here. The one that you're going to be working with most are your custom schedules, and then ad hoc would primarily be used if we move to an alternative bell schedule day, like on an assembly day or an early release day. So we're going to stay here on custom, and we're going to go ahead and add a new time for this class to meet. Now you're going to want to consult your handbook in order to figure out when your specific class times are. For an example here, I'm going to say that this class meets Monday through Friday, and it's going to start at 8:25 and it's going to end at 10 o'clock. So in order to do that, I have to enter in the start and end times in the 24-hour format. So for 8:25, that would be 08:25. And if I'm going to end this class at 10 o'clock, that's going to be just a pretty simple 10. If you're going into the afternoon, you're going to need to do 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and hit save, and that is going to designate this class as meeting from 8:25 to 10 o'clock. Now, if it happened to be between 8:25 and 10 o'clock, any students who are in that class would automatically pop up and be pulled in. We're going to assume that today is kind of like a alternative bell schedule today. So I'm going to actually go in and change my schedule to an ad hoc schedule. So down in the lower left-hand corner, you can always click on this little settings icon and get brought right back here to the schedule screen. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this now to ad hoc. In ad hoc, you're not following any sort of bell schedule, but instead you're just saying start this class and let it run for a specific amount of time. So I'm going to start this class and have it run for 60 minutes. So our two options for scheduling is a custom schedule or an ad hoc schedule, which is really only going to be used on alternative bell days. It's worth noting that if on an alternative bell day, some teachers don't switch their regular custom bell schedule to ad hoc, and we end up getting some overlap where a student is being incorrectly monitored in one class but also monitored correctly in the other class. There's not going to be an error. It's still going to allow that to happen. The main issue is going to be if one of those teachers decides to lock the student's screen or perhaps block the internet, then it's going to lead to that student being affected even though they're in a class where that teacher doesn't want those restrictions applied. So undoubtedly that's going to happen a little bit at the beginning of the year. The way to prevent it is to make sure that you switch to ad hoc scheduling during your alternative bell schedule days. But we'll be here to work with you at the beginning of the year. I can help set up those custom bell schedules for you. I can walk through all of this again. Just make sure to reach out to me and set up a time to meet. Thanks.